This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids.
What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and this is kind of a follow-up video to the one I did before. I just want to first of all say I'm okay, guys. I know I was all over the place in that video, and I woke up and I thought about it after recording, and I was like, I'm gonna post it because I feel like I need to. I think part of me doing that is just coming to terms with my feelings, I guess, in part of my situation as well. As I said in that video, I've taken a couple of therapy sessions, and I've been really putting a thought about how I express myself and how I need to stop bottling things in. And for one, I apologize. I probably shouldn't use this platform as a platform to let that out. It feels like I'm actually avoiding what I need to do in some ways. And don't take this the wrong way, but I feel like saying certain things while behind the microphone on the internet is a lot easier than saying these things to people who I know intimately and care about. And it's funny because we talked about this in therapy a little, not necessarily this situation, but just about reaching out to people who are my friends and family members, and thinking that doing so won't matter. I think part of the thing is I feel more tentative because these are people who know me, and I feel like if I let down that guard, I will alienate them, and letting them into know who I am for real would make them be like, oh, I don't want to fuck with Mike no more. I think that's something that we all go through. We all feel like apprehensive about truly opening ourselves up to people because, people will judge. And when it's someone that you care about, you don't want them to be a judging, person. You want them to accept you for who you are, how you are, what you are. And we went into rejection, and I think this is a part of my rejection therapy that we're going through right now. That to me is probably the ultimate rejection. To just have someone that I care about make me feel like, wow, what's wrong with you? I don't think I want to be around you because, and it's not like I have some weird psycho fetish or, I'm into some crazy stuff. I just, I have a lot going on financially. So that I look at as like, people don't want to be around me because of my financial situation. And me possibly needing help, with, figuring that out. I think back to things like part of the reason why I started doing the YouTube thing and started mainly on gaming is because, I didn't feel really comfortable talking about games with a lot of my friends because they would just think I'm just a weird fucking nerd, I get excited about stuff like games, about comic book shit, about all those geeky ass things that people used to super judge back in the day. And I think that's another part of it, that coming from the era that I'm from, where, I'm in my mid 40s, for those who don't know, what about to be in my mid 40s, 43. And people around my age and probably in their late 30s could probably relate to this, is that especially in the black community, there was a time where this stuff was just not quote unquote acceptable. And I've talked about this before about nerd culture, but that it's how, like, I just remember growing up all the time, my interests and stuff like that kind of being just pushed to the wayside, ignored, or mocked. I grew up feeling mocked about a lot of things when it came to being me, from a lot of people. It was close people, in fact, family, yes. And so I seize up about being intimate. I could only think of like one person that I'm probably willing to go there, because she kind of doesn't make me feel like I'm not normal, if that makes sense. And even with her, I'm kind of apprehensive because I don't want to scare away. My anxiety and my fear makes me think like, I'm going to push this person away. And had a really scary moment with her where I felt like I did completely. But we'll save that for the couch. Anyway. But yeah, so, I come here and I'll say things because it doesn't have a wall. And I think that's one where therapy is going to help me a lot, is that the stuff that I talked about probably needs to be talked about in a more intimate and a more detailed way. It's funny because I thought about it while I was recording last night too, and I think about this every time I record. It's like, how are people going to contrive me actually expressing myself in a realistic manner? Like, putting this out here, of course, while I feel like I have the wall and it's protecting me, I also feel like it's sometimes not hopeful, because people might think I'm just doing this or saying these things for just attention, exposure, maybe. I don't know. Because YouTube and entertainment these days is fickle anyway. People do a lot of things just to get paid off of it. And I feel like, that's where my whole thing with rejection comes in. Because when I express these things, I'm actually being quite honest with you guys. But the idea that you will reject it because you think I'm just pandering to get some views comes into play. And the funny thing is, that's really not it, I guess. Like, while I would like to be heard, it's just to be heard, or just to say it, to know that someone knows there. Maybe just hear the "I understand" now and then. But for views, no, I long, like, the idea of popping off. If that were my case, I would not talk about this stuff. Trust me, I wouldn't talk about half the stuff I talk about on my channel. I wouldn't get as political. I wouldn't get as emotionally charged up about certain ideas and thoughts and situations. So no, that's, yeah. If I really thought that I wanted my channel to grow, I would wear my mask all the time on here and ensure that it stays up firmly and just push through and do the things that I think will make me make money. And that's just not it. But yeah, I just wanted to do this to say, one, I'm okay. I don't want to scare anybody. Two, give reasons as to why I do that, and three, to apologize for doing that so much lately, because I feel like I need to kind of get myself together and refocus. Perhaps I just need to take time off from music. I don't want to because it's something that makes me feel good when I do it, but at the same time, maybe I should. So I'm working on all that stuff, figuring it out along the way. But I just want you guys to know that I'm okay, and I'm sorry for the downness of the videos, and things will get better. Anyway, as always, you guys feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll hunt you later. It's your boy Black Vegas, and I'm out. Deuces.